But it's interesting because it's like you said, would they like to say things more plainly? Like, yes, but often that's like not like there's consequences to doing so. Because if you're not ready for plain and precious truths, like they're very hard to receive. And the example of this is Lehi and Nephi in the Book of Mormon. Because the Pharisees, the scribes of the day, they did not like the plain and precious truth that the Messiah was going to be a humble mortal being that comes to earth and is martyred. They didn't like that image of a Messiah. That was not the interpretation they wanted in a savior, right? In a Messiah figure. But that was the truth. That's what the prophecies taught. And when someone like Lehi comes along and says, here's how it really is, right? They say it's blasphemy and they try to kill him. Okay, because they don't like the way he's saying it. They don't like the plain and precious truth. They would rather have something that's more poetic, that's more visionary in language that they can interpret in some comfortable way. That's more satisfying to them. So we don't have that problem anymore because we live in a world that in general has accepted Jesus as the Messiah, and therefore we can now look at Isaiah and we can look at these things and say, oh, we get it. Like we can look at the plain and precious interpretation of that visionary language and say, oh, well, okay, like we get it. We understand it. We know why it had to be that way. But there's still lots of truths today that we teach in visionary language. It's revealed to us in visionary language that we understand in symbolic terms. And if someone comes out and says, well, what it's actually saying is this, it's going to make a lot of people uncomfortable if you just come out and say it. Like it's something, like it's designed to be understood individually when you are ready, when you're actually looking for deeper understanding. And I say deeper, but deeper understanding of doctrines is actually a plainer and more precious understanding.
Maybe the brethren also don't speak so plainly sometimes because as Joseph started to do that towards the end of his life, you kind of see what that led to. Just as you were saying with Lehi and those in Jerusalem who wanted to kill him and take his life. It does seem like for whatever reason that triggers something in people where you start speaking too directly and too plainly, and then they just want to get rid of you altogether. They can't listen to it anymore. So the brethren today are like, lesson learned. Let's not go that route.
The brethren were like, one martyr is sufficient for this dispensation.
That's right.
Like the worth of them. It's been sealed.
Message received. We're good.
Brigham Young had like more bodyguards, so I think he could get away with it a little bit. Like, he was in a bubble.
Yeah, he's in the bubble. That's right.
Like they could see people coming. Like,
but you see the flip side of him being so plain sometimes is now people use his quotes all the time to hate on the church and come after us because they're totally taken out of context or they just don't understand. They have no real insight into what he was referencing or whatever.
Brigham was the worst at giving context. So he would drop a truth bomb and then you'd be like, wait, what? And he would never come back to it. Thank you for watching. If you found this content spiritually enlightening, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Like the gospel, these little things make all the difference, and it helps the algorithm push out better content for everyone to enjoy on YouTube.